Good morning, students. Now, last time we had done subjects, how to identify the subjects in imperative sentences and exclamatory sentences. We learned that we have to convert them into statements, simple statements, so that we can identify the subject easily. Now, we shall solve the exercise. I'll just read the instructions. Underline the subject in the following statements. Now, let us do it. Number 1, the Earth's land was once made up of a single huge continent. So here we are talking about the Earth's land, right? It's a statement. So the Earth's land is the subject. Then second one big deep ocean covered the rest of the planet. Now here, covered the rest of the planet is something which is telling you about one big deep ocean. So one big deep ocean is the subject in the statement. Further, how were so many oceans and seas formed? Now this is an interrogative sentence, right? How were so many oceans and seas formed? We are talking about so many oceans and seas. So many oceans and seas is the subject. Then fourth one, tell me the story of their creation. Now here the subject is implied, right? Tell me the story. This is being told to you. This statement is being told, this instruction is being told to you, right? So you is the subject. It is the implied subject. So you write here, in the sentence there is no subject given, the subject is implied. Write down you. Then the original land mass split itself up into large pieces. The original land mass, here we are talking about this. The rest of the sentence gives you information about the original land mass. So original land mass is the subject. Sixth one, these pieces gradually moved further apart. These pieces gradually moved further apart. Now this is something, these pieces, we are talking about these pieces. So these pieces is the subject of the sentence. Then next one, their movement created the oceans and the continent. Created the oceans and continent. What created? Their movement. So their movement is the subject. On a small table near my bed is lying an encyclopedia. Now here the subject is taken at the end. On a small table near my bed. What is there on the small table? An encyclopedia. It is a book which gives you all these details. So an encyclopedia is the subject of the sentence. Page 163 of this book gives all the details. Now what is giving you all the details? Page number 163 of this book. So page number 163 of this book is the subject. What an interesting story you have told me. Right? Here you is the subject. It's an exclamatory sentence. If you convert it into a statement, what will you do? You have told me an interesting story, right? That way we convert it into a statement. So you is the subject of this sentence. So underline you here. Let's start further with lesson 3, nouns. Now nouns are an important part of speech. There are different parts of speech in a sentence. We'll just read out what are they. Nouns, adjectives, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions and interjunctions. All these are different parts of speech. Now let us read more about nouns. In order to study the English language, all words are placed in classes or categories called parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech: noun, adjective, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjunction. We have already read a little about these parts of speech in lower classes. Now we shall study them in detail. However, it is important to understand one thing right in the beginning. A word may not always belong to the same class. Yes, noun can be used as an adjective also. Right? A verb can also be used as an adjective. So they do not belong to the same class always. They can change their class at times in the sentences. We should never say that a word is a noun, adjective or verb. It may be used as a noun in one sentence and as an adjective in another. So underline this. not always the word is used as a noun. It can be used as an adjective, as a verb also. The class to which a word belongs depends upon the work it does in a particular sentence. What work it is serving in the sentence, that decides the class of that word. Look at the following examples. My father patted me on the back. Now here back is the noun. We left the house from the back door. Now here door is the back one. So here back is used as an adjective. The contractor backed out of the agreement. Now here backed out, backed is used in a form of verb. The servant came back immediately. Now immediately, how does he come back? How does he come? Immediately, right? Back here is the adverb. It is adding to the way of coming, right? So different words can be used in different forms. Write down all these 4 examples in homework. Write down these parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech. And which are they? Now quickly we will study nouns. Nouns are what? Nouns are the names of place, animal, thing, person in the sentence. Okay, now what part of speech a word is depends upon the work it does in the sentence it belongs to. Write down, this is an important point. Then we will start with nouns. A noun is a name of a person, animal, place or thing. It may also name a feeling or idea. The words boy, girl, Neha, Kapoor, hospital, stone, army, anger, beauty are all nouns. In short, we can say that a noun is a naming word, or a noun is the name of anything. Right? Names of animals, place, things. Underline the definition of noun. A noun is the name of a person, animal, place or thing. It may also name a feeling or an idea. Now further, there are different kinds of nouns. There are 4 kinds. First one is proper noun. Second is common noun. Third is abstract noun. And fourth is collective noun. Now let us see what are proper nouns. A noun which names a particular person, place or thing is called a proper noun. It is also called a special name. It is a special name of a person, place or thing. For example, Vadodara. Vadodara is a special name of our city, right? Cities can be many. Delhi, Ahmedabad, all these are cities. But Vadodara is the special name of our city. So Vadodara is a proper name, proper noun, right? A noun which names a particular person, place or thing is called a proper noun. Underline this, it's a definition. Sachin names a particular person. Jaipur names a particular place. Hindustan Times names a particular thing. The words Sachin, Jaipur and Hindustan Times are all proper nouns. Underline this. And underline, also write down the 4 kinds of nouns in your homework. We stop here today. We will read further from here tomorrow.